Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we, take your sources and really pull out the key insights. Today, we're diving into something pretty critical and honestly quite unsettling. It's this surge in really sophisticated pension scams that are targeting retirees over in Kerala, India. Our source for this deep dive comes from some detailed excerpts titled Kerala Pension Scams, Data Breach and Elder Fraud Surge. So our mission today is basically to unpack these, frankly, alarming tactics that the fraudsters are using. We want to understand how sensitive personal data is getting compromised, get a sense of the sheer scale of the financial losses, and really importantly, give you the essential knowledge to help protect vulnerable people. This whole thing, it offers some crucial insights into, modern elder fraud, but also the bigger picture of digital security for all of us, really, because these tactics, they echo vulnerabilities we all face, regardless of age. Let's get right into it. Okay, so the way these scams work, it's deceptive right from the start. It begins simply enough with an unsolicited phone call to unsuspecting retirees. Sounds basic, but it gets unnerving fast.
Yeah. Unnerving is exactly the right word. What really stands out is this unnerving familiarity the scammers show. It's not guesswork. They're reciting precise, very personal information. Things like the victim's date of appointment, their retirement date, their pension payment order number, the PPO number, even their Aadhaar number. And for listeners outside India, that's like a unique ID number, very sensitive, their home address, even details about their nominee. And reciting all this sensitive data accurately, well, that's the cornerstone. It builds immediate trust, makes the scam that follows just incredibly effective.
That's the really insidious part, isn't it? They're not just like hacking a system. They're hacking trust.
Yeah.
Using our own data against us, a reliance on official-sounding stuff,
Exactly.
it bypasses our usual caution.
Yeah.
A huge lesson in how easily verified info can be, weaponized.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, they've got this trust established. What's the next move? How do they actually get the money?
Well, the main story, the pretext they use, revolves around updating something called the Jeevan Pramaan Patra. Now, for central government pensioners in India, this is a really crucial digital life certificate they need to do every year. So the fraudsters call up, pretending to be legitimate officials, from the pension directorate, and they convince the pensioner that they need urgent help to get this vital update done.
Okay, right. And it's easy for us sitting here to say, oh, never give out an OTP. But you put yourself in their shoes. You're a retiree, someone calls, they have all your details, they sound official. The pressure must be immense.
It really is. It's absolutely designed to short-circuit critical thinking. So once that trust is locked in and they've verified all these details, the scam hits its peak. They ask for a one-time password, an OTP. They frame it as just a final confirmation step.
Yeah.
And because everything leading up to it felt so authentic, so real, many pensioners they comply.
And that's it. Game over.
Pretty much. That OTP gives the fraudsters immediate, complete access to their bank accounts. They can drain the funds very, very quickly. Which, brings us to this really concerning question. How? How is this incredibly detailed, sensitive pensioner data ending up with criminals? The sheer precision of the information they have points strongly towards, either a significant breach of official records or maybe a very highly organized data gathering operation. The cybercrime wing is digging into this right now. And the level of detail isn't just, name and address. It's intricate stuff, retirement benefits, exact monthly pension amounts. All this lets them build this incredibly convincing facade. They sound like real government reps. The accuracy is key to the trust.
Right. And that just hammers home the central question. Where is this data leak? Because knowing that is crucial. This level of detail allows such calculated exploitation. It's a stark reminder of how vulnerable this makes people. So let's talk impact, the numbers. What are we seeing from Kerala's Cyber Operations Division? Just how widespread is this?
The stats are quite alarming. Kerala's Cyber Operations Division, they're getting somewhere between 2,000 and 2,500 phone calls every single day related to online fraud complaints.
2,000 calls a day. Wow.
Yeah. And out of those, around 125 calls actually result in formal cases being registered. Again, daily.
That's a huge volume of confirmed incidents every single day. What about the money? What are the financial losses looking like?
So looking at the financial side, it's pretty staggering. About 90%, a full 90% of the registered cases involve losses under 1 lakh. That's roughly 100,000 Indian rupees.
Okay, so maybe smaller individual amounts, relatively speaking.
Right, but the cumulative effect is massive. Officials estimate that somewhere between 1 crore and 1.5 crore, that's 10 to 15 million rupees, is lost every day to online scams across Kerala.
Every single day. That kind of daily loss, even from smaller hits, it's just sobering. Really underscores the urgency here.
Absolutely.
And the authorities stress, don't they, that time is critical. Victims have a much better shot at getting money back if they report it fast.
Yes, very important.
Right.
Report the fraud within an hour of it happening. Use the toll-free helpline, 1930. That significantly increases the chance of recovery. And look, given how bad this is, the Pension Directorate has put out a really crucial official warning. They state very clearly, government officials never contact people by phone or online to update their Jeevan Pramaan Patra. Never. Getting that message out is vital to counter the scammer's main tactic.
And it's worth repeating for everyone listening. Be incredibly cautious. Just don't share personal or financial details over the phone or online if someone calls you out of the blue, period. The investigation by the cybercrime wing is obviously key, not just to catch these people, but to break up the networks and, crucially, figure out where this data leak is coming from.
Yeah, that's critical. And longer term, the solutions have to involve things like, well, significantly strengthening digital security for these sensitive government databases, plus enhancing public awareness campaigns, really equipping people with the knowledge to spot these things, and just fostering a general culture of skepticism towards any unsolicited request for information. So what does this all mean for you listening? Well, the immediate goal is restoring trust in the pension system, protecting seniors' finances. But the core principles, digital caution, skepticism, that applies to absolutely everyone, everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. So this deep dive, it's really highlighted, I think, the sophisticated nature of these scams, how critical data breaches are in enabling them, the huge financial fallout, and just how vital public awareness and caution really are.
It really has. And it makes you think, doesn't it? Beyond just these pension scams, how do we as a society balance the convenience we love from digital services with these ever-present, sophisticated fraud threats, especially for the most vulnerable among us? You know, what role do we all play in fostering that culture of informed skepticism?
That is a powerful thought to leave things on. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive.